What's going on, good people? Rich here.
School in the building.
It's your girl Ray P. What's going on, everybody?
What's
Back at it
happening, Ray
again with
P?
another episode of the
Mhm.
Culture Garden podcast. Excited to be here with you again. Thank you, as always, for tuning in with us. Whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're listening to us, thank you. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it. That comes from the bottom of our hearts. And you know what I thought about y'all? Um,
What?
Maybe it'll be a good idea to like put a parental advisory at the beginning of these episodes. Nobody said anything to me. Like it hasn't been like brought up, but I was just thinking like, people might be. I remember Christina, man. Shout out to Christina if she's listening.
Hey,
She was telling a
Christina.
story about when school was. We was doing a soul food episode. And he asked if you would let Uncle Pete hold the baby, and she was like, "I almost wrecked when I heard that part."
Oh, Lord.
But
Hey,
yeah, I was
these
like,
real
man,
questions.
the baby's in there, and we just going on one of our rants. Like, let's just put a little parental right. Because it could be a G-rated movie. We're gonna find a way to cuss and just be us.
Yeah, I have a
Absolutely.
horrible mouth.
Yeah, we can talk about Five Goes West, and there's gonna be probably like 10 motherfuckers in there. So that's just how we talk, man. We want to bring an authentic experience, whether y'all were here or not.
Mhm.
This is how we would talk about these movies. So that's just how we like to give it to y'all. We want y'all to be a part of the conversation too. So parental advisory. We're gonna cuss and shit.
Facts.
What else was I gonna say? Also, if you can see, we're doing this Christmas today.
Yeah.
Just wanted to shout out to anybody, whatever you celebrate, whatever your beliefs are and things like that. Just want to respect that and shout y'all out for that. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas itself, but we want to talk about the holiday and just those feelings and the whole nine. I'm excited about this one. I'm really ready to go for it. So, looking forward to talk to y'all about it.
Hey.
School.
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah. First experience with this Christmas.
Early last year was the first time I seen this. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Ray P. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, we were going to do a pod on this.
Mm-hmm.
For Christmas last year. If I'm not, so that was the first time I seen it, and I think that's one of the reasons why. It's because I said it's the first time I seen it. It's a decent movie, man. It ain't better than Home Alone. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop.
Cool, sorry about y'all voting on this Christmas over Home Alone. You be all right. We're gonna do this Home Alone next year.
Nah, it ain't even that. Jingle All the Way, man. That's my shit.
Oh, we got you. We're gonna get that too.
Yeah.
That's me too, Turbo Man. Ray P, first experience.
Yes. Honestly, I don't remember the first time I saw this Christmas. I know what 2007 it came
Yeah.
out, so somewhere in college, Christmas time. I mean, I didn't go away, so I was at home nonetheless.
Franklin Park.
Honestly, huh?
Franklin
Shout out
Park.
to Franklin Park, right? We
Shout
might
out
have
to the
been out to
Boulevard too.
Mommy. Shout out to the Boulevard. If you know, you know. I have no idea the first time I saw this Christmas. But I love this movie. It's so cute. It definitely has its corny moments, but it's a cute, good little holiday black movie.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I was saying, obviously, we were both in Toledo in 07, Rachel. I know it came out in November, but I saw this in the theaters. And the reason because I can't remember like who I saw with, anything like that. I don't remember. I remember going to see it, but I specifically remember because it took a year to come out on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't typical. I know movies don't come out on DVD like that anymore, but even back then, it'd be a few months and you get it. And I was like, dang, it's been like, when is this Christmas coming out? And of course, I don't know why I wasn't thinking like, of course they're gonna release a holiday season, but it took it a whole year. So I knew I saw it in theaters because of remembering wanting to see it. I had a great movie experience, just enjoying that film. And I think it means something a little bit more to people like us with big families. All three of us come from large families, and just that whole aspect, a lot of similarities. I know School will probably attest to it. Like Quentin reminded me like Uncle Eddie or Uncle Alvin when they came into town. Like,
yes, sir.
brothers, like, you know what I mean? It's just stuff like that.
Like when I come into town.
Facts.
Straight up, man. Wherever you go, Ray. Wherever you go, that's just kind of what it is. That's what you bring.
Buddy.
I really like that. It's an event, it's a deal, and it wasn't just him; it was everybody getting together. Like these siblings didn't necessarily strike me as friends. If you get what I'm saying, like obviously they love each other, but I feel like they don't talk all the time. Maybe a couple of them do. So I think the holidays and get-togethers and graduation stuff like that really means something to that family because they're all over the place. It's hard to get 6 people in the room.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the things that I wrote down. Sibling dynamics are very interesting, no matter how big or small your family is. Obviously, I have 3 brothers and a sister. I'm closest to Chris. Shout out to Chris. He listens. Hi.
Chris?
Chris.
But I wrote down it was very interesting how deferential they all were to Quentin. Oldest boy, and they still all look at him like, oh, that's big brother. And even though Baby made a comment, I can't remember if Baby made the comment. Well, he and Lisa both, shout out to Regina King, both said, you know what, I raised him, and she got oldest daughter syndrome real bad. But it's a funny little thing, them dynamics. And I know they're not friends. They know each other, they're familiar, they love each other, but they don't know anything about each other.
Yeah, like it's like a catch-up session. It's like almost like because they don't fill that time with like conversation. So that stood out to me. But like I said, the love was definitely there. And it's kind of like that, we family. I don't know what it is. Is that familial? They can all go out, we I'm not jumping ahead too far, but Claude, I don't know why they named that man Claude. You can get into it, and in the car they had that whole session. So I love the family dynamic of it. So let's get into some stats on the film. It was released November 21st, 2007. Directed and written by Preston A. Whitmore II. And I got to pause real quick, y'all. I didn't know that before we were researching this film. I didn't know Preston Whitmore directed this because Preston Whitmore, as much as I love this film, he directed the worst film I've ever seen in my life.
Don't say crossover.
He did direct. Slim.
And I'm not like, no, Ray. Like, stop it. That made Queen and Slim look like I don't even know. I don't even know the similarity. Like, listen,
man.
Crossover. Anybody listening to this scene crossover, please, I'm begging y'all to hit me up. Like, hit me up on IG. Like, please reach out. Leave a comment on YouTube, whatever. Like, Crossover is the worst movie ever. And I'm talking about, like, I've seen High School Productions better than Crossover. Like, I'm not playing with you. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm not joking at all. Like, that movie is awful. Like, when I went to go see people comment on that movie, they were saying, like, I want everybody to see this because I had to see it. Like, you won't believe how bad this movie is. Like, y'all hear me going in, and that's not even the beginning. Like, I almost want to do a hate watch episode on Crossover.
Hey, Wayne Brady the bad guy.
Wayne Brady the bad guy, like Anthony Mackie, and I got feelings about Anthony Mackie anyway. Like, so anyway, man, we ain't talking about Crossover, but Preston, man, dog, I paid money to see that. I remember who I was on a date with. That's how bad that movie was. I remember at 19 years old who I took on a date to see that movie because I remember it was the worst movie I ever seen.
And he's redeemed himself.
He redeemed himself, man. So I love-hate relationship. You redeemed yourself. I love this Christmas. I don't know if I love this Christmas more than I hate Crossover, but that's another conversation. Budget of an estimated $13 million and it made $49.7 million worldwide. This is absolutely box office hit.
Yeah.
Box office hit. And it had a star-studded cast. We're gonna get into it in a second, but currently streaming on ABC, Hulu, and Freeform. And as far as awards, there weren't any that I could locate, but there was one that was pretty interesting. Sharon Leo won the Asian Excellence Award for Most Outstanding Actress in a Movie. And I had no idea. Like, her mom is Filipino. And I had no idea. So I was like, well, how'd she win an Asian Excellence Award? So that's the only award that I really found for the film, but I think it should have won some more.
I don't like her.
Like what?
You got to type. Ray P,
I do.
You got to type as you
do.
like. I'm starting to tell. I'm starting to
What
catch on.
what other awards would you have like
Like a
to
Black Reel. I would have given it, like, you know how some of them awards are,
BET
NAACP
Award,
award, yeah, BET award, something like
Image
that.
Award.
Black Reel award.
Yeah. A Stellar. They was at church.
That's
So
an
I'm
ensemble
glad.
cast. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I think they could have won
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
things. I had to look to see what came out in 2007, but as we get into the cast, we have Regina King as Lisa Moore.
Woo! Killed it.
I mean, what can you say about Regina King that hasn't been said?
She's
A
looking
lot
like
more.
butter.
We haven't even dug into Regina King on this pod yet.
Nah, not at all.
So much more that she's given us. She's an incredible, legend.
Mm-hmm.
Delroy Lindo as Joseph Black.
I love him.
Delroy, legend, another legend.
What else can you say? What else can you say, man?
Yeah.
Loretta Devine is my dear Whitfield.
Queen.
Shirley Ann Whitfield.
Shirley Ann, Queen Mother.
Shirley Ann.
Medea.
I kept calling her my Dukes. My Dukes. Yeah. Shout out to the Boondocks, man.
Shout out to the Boondocks, man. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she's such a mama.
Yeah.
Man.
Mama. And I'm even more impressed because I wasn't aware, but she doesn't have children.
Really?
I didn't know that either.
She doesn't have children. So all of that is acting. And that makes it even more impressive.
Acting. Yes.
Yeah, incredible. Like, she did an incredible job, like, from the top to all the shade. I never really realized until this watch, and this is something I've seen countless times. I watch it every Christmas, so probably every Christmas since 2007 I've seen this film. I never caught how much shade she threw throughout the movie. I knew she threw some, but there was some that I'd never picked up on until I was watching this.
Shady Black Mama.
Yeah, definitely. We got some Sakatumi cake. You don't want none? Like, all that, man. She killed this role.
That is so crazy. I'm sorry not to cut you off. Even though Jennifer Lewis is the mother of Black Hollywood, Loretta Devine got to be the godmother or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's definitely on that list. She's definitely on that list. But let's give both of them their props, because at one point they both were playing sexy women, like the woman you wanted, and then all of a sudden they became your mom. Like, hold on.
Did an incredible job in the Carmichael show.
Yes.
Obviously, like, to your point, School, she wasn't waiting to excel. Like,
yes. Jennifer Lewis went from whatever the flyest to now she's on Blackish.
Right.
You know, she was the sexy aunt on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's what there it is.
Absolutely. Legends, man. Idris Elba is Quentin Whitfield, the eldest.
Hey, he kills me, because I was watching a little featurette on this, and everybody's just so black, and then he comes with his accent and kills the whole vibe. Like, man.
I think he did a pretty good job with it. You can tell, but it's not something that bothers me.
No, I'm talking about like the featurette.
In the interview.
In the interview. I thought you meant in the film. Okay.
Yeah, behind the scenes type deal. Everybody was talking about it and da-da-da. He just came in with his accent and just was like, this guy.
Yeah, man. Sharon Leal, Rachel's favorite. Kelly Whitfield. Rachel, do you know who was originally supposed to play that role?
Regina Hall.
I do.
School.
Nia Long.
Nia Long was supposed to play that role, which I'm glad she didn't. I like Sharon Leal in this movie. She was offered like at the last minute, like the very next day, like she started filming. They had already started filming scenes. So I don't know if Nia fell out at the last minute or how that worked out, but they had already started the movie because she was getting introduced to the actors because they had time to hang out and kind of get that familial kind of feel. So come in last, she did her thing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right? Nah? Okay. Columbus Short is Claude Whitfield. Chris Brown is Michael Baby Whitfield. This is 2007. Just a different time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Lauren
Chris
London.
Did well.
You said what?
Chris did well.
Yeah, they both did. That's what both of them are just,
What could have been
was a lot different than 2022 for both of them. And I'll just say it like that. Lauren London is Melanie Mel Whitfield. Rachel, another one of your favorites. And you will enjoy this. You will enjoy this. she did such a good job in ATL that she didn't have to audition for this part.
I thought she did well in this. It was within her wheelhouse.
Yeah, she did a good job in this.
It wasn't like a performance. Like I felt like she was herself.
Yeah, because they didn't ask her to really do any acting in this movie. You know what I mean? There was no serious scenes of somebody died and she had to play the big sister or none of that. She just played herself, chilling.
Yeah.
Can we? Well, let me get through this, and I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
Laz Alonso as Malcolm Moore, Keith D. Robinson as Devin Brooks, who played Mel's boyfriend, and then we have appearances from Mekhi Phifer as Gerald, David Banner as Mo, Ricky Harris as cousin Fred, Lupe Ontiveros as Rosie, and I think she's best known for playing being in Selena. If y'all know the Selena story in her role,
Yolanda.
Yeah, man. So president of the fan club, all that. But yeah. Question for y'all. What's the order? What's the order of the kids? Who's oldest? What's oldest to youngest?
Oh, well, we know Gerald's not Gerald. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know. I know. We know the oldest. We know the youngest. I just want to hear what y'all think is the order.
I'll start. Quentin, Lisa, Kelly, Mel, baby. Oh, I forgot about Claude. Quentin, Lisa, Kelly, Claude, Mel, baby.
Okay.
Quentin, Kelly, Lisa, Clyde, baby. Is that right? Is that all of them? Oh, Mel. Yeah, Mel, baby.
So Rachel's list?
Yeah.
Same list? Yeah. That's the same for me. I didn't know between Claude and Mel which one was the older youngest because Mel had been away from 7 years. So I'm like, But they said that she, I guess Joe moved in after Mel went to college, which means Claude wasn't there.
Right.
So that's what I'm imagining.
I think it gets also a little funky at Kelly and Lisa. How far apart are y'all? Because when they were pre-fight, or several fights and arguments, but I think it was the scene when they're on the porch talking before they start actually fighting about Malcolm, and Lisa says, you ruined my chance for leaving. So that's the only thing that makes me think they're either very, very close in age, or there's a possibility that Kelly might be like a hair older than Lisa. But I really do still think that Lisa's the oldest.
Oh, I definitely think Lisa's the oldest. Quentin and Lisa are the two oldest for sure.
Yeah,
you can just tell by the way they carry it. A lot of Terry and Max vibes between Kelly and Lisa.
Yeah,
100%.
You know what I mean? From Soul Food, a whole lot of it. It's almost like Soulja Boy, you stole my whole style.
I feel like they liked each other. I feel like they liked each other more than Terry and I'm sorry, Terry and what's her name?
Max?
You know? Yeah.
I can see I can see that.
Just feel like they made up a little bit easier.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think Terry and Max's relationship got a lot more work.
Yeah. She feel like she stole her man. Like
put in, you know what I mean? There's a lot more work.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite family member? Not a sibling, but just a family member or character?
Uncle Ricky, man.
Uncle Ricky's your favorite in the family?
Yeah, man. No drama, man. Just a chill back dude. He just come to kick it, eat a plate, and get out of there.
He got him 7.
And go see his 7 kids.
Yeah, he got 7
kids. Go chill on them 7. Yeah, buddy. He remind me of somebody I know.
You stupid. Rachel, what about you?
Joe.
Same. Joe that's my guy.
Just a cool ass old nigga that show up, take care of Medea, and
don't trip about nothing. I literally watched this film and I'm like, I really hope I'm like Joe when I get older.
Yeah,
I
love him. I love how he handled every situation and
every.
I thought we weren't gonna get him that camera. Girl, it's Christmas. Like how he handles her, but he does it with respect, but lets her know. Like I'm the man.
He said he's let it go like that.
Let it go.
Yeah, this conversation's over. But then he hit it with the matter of fact. Take this.
Take this picture.
Yeah, like he played it perfectly, man. From that,
Yeah.
you can tell he's a stand-up guy, but you never took him as a punk. Like,
Yeah.
even
Not at all.
to him, like, I'm gonna tell you this out of respect for you. Like Joe he had his own funeral home. He just had everything going, man. Joe was dope, man. That my favorite one was at the end when she got up after introducing baby to sing at the church. She getting up, he just smooth with it, like, hey, you know his mother, Shirley.
Hey, you know his mother, yeah,
man. So Joe is cool, man. That's my dude, easily my dude. So we want to start with this. Ray P, classic or not?
Yes, it's a culturally classic. But no, I think the others might like this Christmas as well. It's a classic for me. I love this movie.
School, what about you? Let's talk about it.
It's all right, man. It's all right. It's a decent little movie, man. I watch this every 2-3 Christmases. I'll throw this in. When I'm not in the mood to watch that one that I always watch, I'm like, you know what? I'll put this Christmas in.
I wonder what the disconnect is. Is it what do you think it is that you don't like about it?
Man, I don't
know. I wonder
why
we love it so much more than you do.
I don't know, because I don't hate it. I don't know something about it.
Interesting. We're gonna dig into this by the time this.
I don't know. I feel like Regina King is playing a dumb character and I think it's just because she's past this character. We've seen her in so many other things that you got guys, take in mind. I just watched this for the first time last year. Like, and we've seen Regina in so many other things that I feel like she would never play this role again.
To your point, she did admit there were moments like in the film that were hard for her. Specifically, she pointed it out on the cutting the steak scene or cutting the dinner scene.
Even that,
she said, because a lot of that stuff she admitted, like, it was hard for me to get to that place because I would never, like, as an individual.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good point. But I love this film. Like, I love it. Like, I enjoy this film a lot.
I see.
Yeah. So I'm just always curious what I don't know if it's because you just saw it. It probably doesn't have like this. I've gained 15 years of memories with this movie now.
Yeah.
15 different Christmases. Like, they all kind of tie in.
This that nostalgia is dangerous movie right here.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, it could be because I have no other lens to view it from. Like, I don't think I'll ever sit back and look at this movie like it ain't that good. And I've done that with some movies that we've done, like movies that I've been younger, and then look at it now like that movie was kind of trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can never see that happening with this. Obviously, I don't even know if I answered, but if I didn't, y'all just heard my answer. It's a classic. Real quick, man, where y'all think Joe was going when he had to leave? Which I wouldn't. I'm not respect for my dear. I know you want to do this, but stop it.
I think he was getting a hotel.
He probably was staying at that funeral home.
Man, I ain't doing none of that shit. But y'all got me. Come on, man. I get the respect. These are your kids. Like, I get it, but I got my own relationship with these kids too.
I thought it was nuts that they were still lying about it. Mel been gone 7 years.
That's my whole point.
That was my issue. Not even if maybe like that first year they kept it, and so that it was only between Joe, Medea, and baby. You know what I'm saying? And Lisa, because she know everything. But
Medea, who?
Huh?
He thought you said Medea.
They was calling her Medea or Medea.
Yeah,
Medea.
Same thing. I thought it was very strange to keep that lie going. And I guess, she only just got divorced from Senior. So,
my main question that I kept wondering is, who the hell does, what's the oldest son name? Quentin. Who the hell he think he is that they hiding from him? Like, that's the shit that was zoning me out. Like, you got to sleep down here. Nigga, he 40. He know if mama fucking.
But that's that oldest son. Him and Joe didn't even get along from the time he was a child. So that's a weak.
That's that. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job of explaining it. Like the men in her life, she feels leave her. Like he hadn't been home in 4 years. Like she didn't.
Yeah.
She even said it. I don't want to do anything to upset him. Like I want to see my baby. That's my first. That's the one that made me a mom. Like I want my baby here, and I barely get to see him. So I think that she was bending over backwards because she didn't know the next time. She knew all the other kids was gonna show up. Like Claude went AWOL to make sure he showed up, even though it was for his wife. But like Quincy was a wild card. Like, and it sounds like I know they said a couple calls and some cards, but he kind of just in the wind. So I think it was just a big deal. You seen the reaction when he came in?
Yeah, I synced it.
What was you about to say? All right, so best scenes. School. Why don't we start with you?
The best scene. I'm gonna start with my favorite. My favorite scene in the whole movie is when Clyde pulled that gun out on your boy.
Which might not have been acting for everything we know now. He might have been on some real life shit and they just captured it.
Hey, that was real. You hear me? Nah, he wasn't going, bruh. Hey, he wasn't going at all.
You know what I'm about to say, School?
What?
It reminds me of we both always laugh about a story where somebody we went to school with, the quiet one, the chill one. Like Clyde was really on some chill, like, all right, cool. Like, and they kept it going, and they saw the other side real quick. So
yep. Some people don't know how to let it go. When let me put it like this: when a nigga tell you either when you mention boxing and he say I used to do a little something, that nigga will kill you. And when nigga tell you to stop, like, nah, bro, leave me alone. I'm good. Like, leave him alone.
Yeah, somebody, if you disrespected someone and all they say is leave me alone, like they definitely got some work for you.
They gonna do you dirty, man.
Yeah. Just to expand upon that, I like the whole club scene, like that whole family going out. You know what I mean? As adults, like we all back together. Like I love how they just jumped on his plans. Like, oh, I'm coming with.
Yeah.
Bruh. Saudi. I'd have been sick.
Yeah. And I just realizing like that's the first baby didn't even know that I'm Michael. I'm about to call that man Michael. I'm about to call him baby.
Michael, they all do.
Michael, that was his first time even knowing that Quentin was there. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because
first time I'm seeing my brother in 4 years. As Quentin, he's probably like, damn, I didn't even know he could sing. So that was just a cool family moment. The Clyde situation, like you said, Q, just that whole we talk about how the reverence, excuse me, for Q, him in the car, just kind of giving him that talking to. We are with you. We do not behave like this.
Yeah.
Shut up, nigga.
Right.
Yeah. I think
this is my thing with that. This nigga's been gone for 4 years. Why does he get so much respect?
He the oldest.
Big bro. He big bro.
Man,
none
of that.
Think about this, School. Think about this. I said it earlier. You know how it was when we was young. Uncle Eddie, Uncle Alvin come in from New York. There's a certain level of respect. You ain't seen them in a minute. They big bros. Everybody was, what you been up? All that. You know how it is, man. That's how it was growing up for us. Yeah. So you never know why, but that's just kind of what it was. I don't even know the next time we gonna link. So you here, you the star. That big brother shit, man.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, man. What was I just about to say? I love the way Claude responded too. Like, man, like I told you, he pissed me off like you pissing me off.
Hey, I thought Claude was gonna put hands on him, boy.
Yeah, and just even going into like rolling into them at the table, and Michael coming in on some. What happened out there tonight? Oh, you don't ask. You don't want Claude to shoot you. Like, that family, goddamn it, let it go. Like that shit was just funny.
Go.
You got another scene. Want to talk about Ray? What's up? What you got?
All of the ones that you all listed. The whole first family dinner where you really get to sort of see the dynamic between the siblings prior to Quentin getting there. Of course, the finding out what Claude was AWOL and arrested and that he had a wife.
Hey.
and and the baby oil scene, of course, because who the hell thinks to line a bathroom floor with baby oil? Like, wow. Her mind.
Hey, shout out to this made me, that whole scene is reminiscent of Wait Next Hell, man. You don't want to piss these women off, man.
Somebody
that lady did
her.
him dirty. Ran his Escalade off the side of the joint. Then whooped his ass. Like, and my favorite thing about that scene, if you pay close attention to Regina, she's trying not to get weak that whole scene. Right. She's whooping his ass. Cause
you hear the Riley Freeman coming out.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? You hear that coming out of her voice. That makes it funnier too.
Hilarious.
Not once did I feel bad for him.
No.
Why would you?
Not once.
Why would you? Kelly and Lisa fighting out in the rain just because that fight had been brewing since they both arrived at the house. Like, you knew that it was going to be something.
It had to go down. It had to.
It had to go down.
Like, you have to.
The whole Mo and Dude Joe showing up to the train station. Just because, come on, Dad, stepdad.
Well, hey, shout out to him. Shout out to what Rich said about just Joe being a good dude. Like, he knew what he means to his mama. Like, he gets on my damn nerve, but if this means this woman being happy, I'm gonna go get him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's it.
Good dude.
And Joe know how to read a room. Like, he knew right away as soon as he met them dudes. Like,
bruh, that's my biggest. Bro, that whole shit pissed me off, bro. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't like this movie.
Well, we'll talk about it and things about it.
Yeah,
we'll talk about things.
Okay,
I got it on there too. But yeah, everything y'all said, I love the whole conversation between Malcolm and Devin. I love Devin Malcolm getting shut down. Really checked for real. And let's see, we talked about the sibling meeting about the dry cleaners. I had that things. It's just a real family, like just that making those decisions, and just a quick reminder for everybody out there: don't sell grandma's house.
How much you think them little checks she was giving them had in them?
That's a good question. I had that written down. I don't know.
She said it wasn't much.
But what's that not much to them in LA? Like,
because baby and Mel was very grateful for it.
Yes, and she said it was enough for lunch, and she was like, I don't know where you be eating that. Like,
you spending too much money on lunch.
There's a couple dollars in there.
Yeah. I don't know. Are we going over under 1,000?
Oh, it's under.
Both of y'all went over. You went over. You said, I think they're making money. Like, if she's maintaining that house in LA in that neighborhood,
come on.
She's getting. You got to figure. Joe got his own funeral home, nigga. People died.
But that still was her house.
That was still how she doing the maintenance. And she said she had enough for maintenance.
Her house.
Whatever's left over. I think it was over 1,000. I'm not saying it was buku money. I'm not saying they're getting 10 racks each. But there's still 6 of them.
So you think Joe laying up in there and he ain't paying no rent, no bills?
Of course. That probably covers the rest of it. That's probably why she's able to just keep everything. Right. She probably would have been downsized if it wasn't for Joe.
Yeah. Joe, that guy.
Yeah, man. Joe, a legend, man. You talked about the Kelly and Lisa fight scene, Lisa and the Escalade, and overall, just the last 25 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
I think everybody had a good ending. I think it made you feel good to see everybody get together. Because the theme is when we all go through our shit with our family, but they are family. Like, when things are going good, they're going great. You feel me? Like, that's just kind of what it is. So to have everybody have those moments and, Q showing the proper respect to Joe. Like, first of all, you should have shown me my respect when I just stopped these dudes from whooping your ass.
Yeah.
Like, so, did you still trying to shun me? Like, whatever. But, I enjoyed all of that.
And I think one of y'all said it when Quentin showed up, just that whole Soul Train scene, because every Black family, even if you don't do it now, as kids, especially at grandma's house, it was a Soul Train line happening. Like,
he's still doing that shit right now.
We did one at his sister's birthday party.
What?
Yes.
A couple months ago. Definitely got the Soul Train line in, or do that little dance that you be doing. Do the dance.
Yeah,
There's
do a little dance
involved at Black events. I had that in my cultural moments for sure. Speaking of the Soul Train line, getting in the best quotes, Whitfield.
That's the first thing I wrote down.
Rachel said this in the chat, and I just loved it because I randomly, for no reason at all, will just yell out Whitfields in any situation. It's just one of them things for me. I don't know why it stands out, but it is. Who went first on scene? School. So Ray, what you got for best quotes?
I'll say, you can't make nothing but reservations. Lisa said that to Kelly. You got to name Holmes, Malcolm, or the uncle to Devin upon first meeting him, just because I love ice grilling people.
Of course you do.
So
how you gonna react? How you built?
Exactly. I know baby better not be bringing any babies up in here, because that's every Black mama once you start smelling yourself. Your career is not going to keep you warm at night as a career person. Understand? Santa already got Kelly's cookies. Lauren London did well with there. And her husband ain't here. She won't holler. I sure won't scream.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Quentin, man. You got to run up on him after saying that.
Come on. Exactly.
But I feel him, though. I feel him. Not that I condone adultery. You know what I'm saying?
No, man. I hope not.
Nah, never that, man. Nah, man. I ain't never crossing that line. School, what you got for best quotes?
For best quotes, I got everything Ray P said. But you know what? I don't really have too many quotes. I don't really have too many, man. Wasn't nothing that stood out to me.
Okay, I got more. There's an ugly ass tree, Mr. Black.
Petty.
Big petty. Just the scene of him looking at it, like everybody hype about it, like it's an ugly ass tree. I like the moment when Quentin first got home, as we said, and he's in the room eating, talking to his siblings, just whatever he's smashing on. And Joe comes in, they have the little interaction about do church and stuff like that. And once you leave, like that family moment of Lisa saying, "Now why you say that? Like, so what? Whatever. He ain't my daddy."
Yeah, like nigga, you're too old to still be acting like this.
How we gonna come in here? We having a family meeting. Like, yeah, he was on that, bro. Don't no two quotes in there for some reason they stuck with me. My dear Lisa, you regifted me last year. I ain't like that. That's a line that I never really peeped, but that's some mama shade. Child, don't hurt yourself. Kool-Aid, plain and simple. Stick to your strengths.
Facts.
Lisa, when you finish, just pass the plate over and I'll chew it for him too.
Yeah.
Hey, she was doing way too much.
On some real shit, baby's quote. Everybody here but me came home for the holidays. You sell this house, you ain't gonna have a home to come to.
Yeah.
What else did I see? The last one is when they was putting up the Christmas tree, my dear opened up a card and she was like, "Oh, this is from Bernice. I thought Bernice was dead." Once again, shady Black mama content. Like,
yes.
And she meant it. She didn't mean no harm by none of those quotes. Like, she was genuinely just talking. She got to that point where you just say what's on your mind. And
that's it. I can't wait.
Then she see the card with like 12 kids. And he got the nerve to have all 12 of his kids on here. Like, right. Come on, man. Clown.
Yeah, like I said, I never picked up on all the shade until I was doing this rewatch. Scene Stiller. School, you got one?
Joe.
That's your cousin?
No, it's Joe.
I guess everybody's eligible because it's an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like anybody was specifically the lead.
Yeah, I'm going with Joe, or is it Delroy Lindo? What is it? Sorry.
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo, aka Joe. He killed it. Every scene he was in, he played every role perfect. He wasn't, bro, it's hard to it's hard to play stepdad and not be an asshole. You know what I mean? Because you stepping in and you want to let these kids know, like, I ain't no bitch, but I'm here for y'all mama and I got love for y'all. That's tough, man. tough. Yeah, he did his thing.
He played it well because you can tell, like I said, to everybody. He played more of a father role to Baby than I'm sure Senior did.
Yeah, and
so they have a real relationship.
And I'm sure it is very intriguing to hear your story get told in front of you every Christmas or Thanksgiving when the new boyfriend or girlfriend comes. Like, oh, your dad is. I didn't know your dad was a minister. Oh, he's not. He's a deacon, and that's not my dad. Like, and then you know what I mean. 5 years ago, it probably was, nigga, that ain't my dad. Like,
yeah, man.
And no explanation. Shit.
Yeah, I guess those conversations wouldn't happen beforehand. Maybe so. I think you might be able to know that about a person before.
Right. Especially if I'm bringing you home.
Yeah, before I'm about to say, if I'm bringing you to the crib on a holiday for that, of all things, you should probably know that.
Rundown.
Yeah, he ain't my real dad.
You would think so, but you know.
Yeah, you're right. But you're right. That look, I felt for Joe too, man. I was like that. He had to look over, like, man, he was probably like, all the shit I did for you, I hate
your daddy. Yeah.
Senior has been gone probably since Baby was a baby, or maybe a time.
Did she never? She didn't tell them either, right?
Not in the movie. We didn't see it.
Didn't tell them what
about the divorce.
That the divorce.
Yeah,
no, but I mean, they know that nigga moved on. Like they know he's been gone, and Joe been in her life at least since.
Well, put it like this, Ray.
Quentin was in middle school.
I'm about to say, he said, like, since whatchamacallit's gonna beat you up in 6th grade.
In 6th grade, yeah.
Oh, he's been around that long, and Quentin's the oldest, so that's I'm like, damn, like.
Yeah. That's y'all daddy. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
We talking about 20 plus, 25 years.
Remember, Senior sent the card from London.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he know what's up. That's still me.
I'll
come home right now. What's up?
That's what he acting like he can right now.
Oh, Senior.
You say Joe is out of here.
Yeah, right. That's Joe Orlando. He done raised all her kids. Joe ain't going no fucking where.
Joe slapped the shit out of Senior. Straight up. Say you out here playing. Ray, did you ever see Steeler?
Yeah, David Banner.
David Banner?
Hell no. Mm-hmm. Stop it, Ray.
He put that Band-Aid on his head to make his character stand out.
I thought he did well because I didn't consider anybody else. I mean, it was like you said, there was an ensemble cast. Everybody else, he was the only him and dude, or I don't know who was Mo or dude, whichever.
Yeah, David Banner was Mo, and the other dude was dude.
Okay, yeah, like they weren't super relevant, or what was the wife's name?
Sandy. Shannon. Samsonite.
It was Sandy, I think.
Yeah, Sandy, I think. Yeah.
If not David Banner, I give it to Sandy.
Give it to Sandy. Yeah. Outside of the ensemble, like I wasn't really impressed with the supporting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Rosie.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Rosie. Rosie held it down. Yeah, man. Dry cleaner making some money if she got a housekeeper.
Come on.
Her damn housekeeper. That's her friend.
All right. Yeah, that's a hell of a friend. Things that bother you. School, you want to get into it?
Yeah, the Mo and dude, them two niggas, they pissed me off.
It wasn't them per se for me. It was more so like, as far as things that bother me, bruh. I'm not 25 G's into somebody. They pull up at my mom's crib. They staying under my mom's roof.
All that, bruh. No,
not staying under mom's roof. Like that's not happening. Like it's not going down. Like at all.
When she offered them the food, all that shit. Like no. We can step outside and we can handle this. Cause no, I'm not going, bruh. Y'all can sit out. Y'all can sit outside and park out in front if y'all want to and sit there. I don't give a fuck. But you're not about to come in my house with my family, chill, eat, play games. Get the fuck, man. Stop it.
They was unsupervised getting some Sakatumi cake at the table. Just chilling. He walked in like, damn. But to take it even further, honestly, I really saw the Quentin.
He a sucker.
Because knowing all that, you leave these dudes under your mama roof knowing you missing out. What you think gonna happen when they wake up and they realize you gone? Everybody on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not only that.
Not with Big Joe there, though.
Now, here's the thing that lets you know that this movie ain't even really about that gangster shit. Because they made it seem like he was running from a nigga that's scarier than them. And we never even mentioned him.
Yeah, they mentioned his name once, Luther.
Yeah, that's my point. But at some point he wouldn't. How are they making deals for him? He ain't taking that 10 grand. He did all that for the 25. He's not taking that 10.
Hey man, what's one of our favorite movies with two dummies? Midnight Run. It happens, man. People got some dummies working for them.
10 grand over nothing. You gonna take
that's on them.
Grand.
That's on them. They should have said, "I'm not taking this."
Yeah.
Because now you got to explain how you 15 short. Because Luther putting that on you.
Yeah.
Long story short, he sent the wrong people to get the job done.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that they explained how they found him. Because if they didn't, I would have been really upset. But I'm glad that he explained, like, I left my Palm Pilot in my suitcase, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how naive motherfuckers had to be. Like Regina King, I don't believe it. Oh, they were just pulling up and asked me for directions. And what do you know? Like,
yeah, she thought she was doing the thing too. But that's some movie shit though. That's movie shit. You got to do that to connect the story. Same thing with Q leaving. Like, I don't think when he wrote this film that he was looking at it from the perspective of Q's moral compass is all messed up. I think it was all the rules because he knew how it was going to end. Yeah, and that's something writers I don't think pay attention to because they know the ending, so they know. So the small stuff in between that audiences are like, hold up, like because there's nothing that Q did in this movie. He loved his family way too much to make me think he'd leave them dry like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm just chalking up to movie shit, but it really bothers me. And I think the last thing is Clyde just not telling anybody that he married and got that woman staying in a hotel.
Yeah, that was too much.
Why would you do that?
Was the angle of that hiding the fact that she was white? I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's just a weird angle. It's just to have her in a hotel.
Yeah, and for her to be pregnant and she not tell him that. Like that was another level of dumb because why wouldn't you tell him that? Maybe that'll help him move a little bit.
She was gonna tell him over Christmas. She only 6 weeks.
Yeah, all the time she was gonna tell him one of the times he was spending her. Like that was just too much work. Like I gotta leave. I gotta rush out the club. Like I pulled it. If I just kept it real, I would have never had to pull my gun out on these niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just too much. So I just keep it real, man. Clyde was doing way too much for that, but I guess the angles are the angles. Did anybody else have anything that bothered them?
I think that's about
mine
it.
Is different. It was just more so Sharon Leal. This brother man looking at me. Like it was just the delivery that lets me know that you don't really be around.
Oh man.
Sister. Like, girl, this is not the theater. What are you talking about? That's just not how you would talk to your sister. To your black sister.
That's real.
Not doing that.
School, did you have anything else?
That's it.
Let's see. Cultural moments, pretty much the whole film.
The whole movie.
Soul Train line specifically is what I had written down for it as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Anybody from The Wire?
Any actors from The Wire? Let's give it up for the greatest show of all time.
Yeah.
Not only do we have an actor from The Wire,
come on,
we have an actor from The Wire that played one of the greatest television characters of all time. He wasn't shit, but one of the greatest television characters of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Idris Elba as Russell Stringer Bell.
Yes.
Heavy hitter Wire on here. Like, that's what I'm talking about. We need to fill that. Run it up. Wouldn't let that happen to me.
The mowing dude. I'm not going.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy choice. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Rachel, could you imagine 2 chicks trying to run down on you and then staying under your mama crib? Come on.
I'll tell you something about the Boulevard. I'm the least of your worries.
Facts. Facts. I hear you.
Least.
Because
and that's the crazy part is like you said, the movie, it's a movie, so you try to choke some shit up, but I feel like it was too many people with college degrees in there to be fooled by Mo and Dude. Like,
yeah,
it's just too much common sense.
Yeah,
and bro, them 2 little kids, they ain't get no scenes for real, did they?
They talked about
they
it.
got them cookies.
They talked about it too, because like the very ending, the ending scene.
Yeah,
they were talking about it at the table in the back. When I was listening to the commentary, they're like, "I'm glad they put them in the scene because every scene, like when we eating, like where are the kids? Like where are these kids?
Where the kids at? Yeah, what the fuck?
At the kids' table.
Are you in trouble?
They was there in some scenes, but they didn't speak. They didn't. I don't think they spoke all movie.
Just say for them.
Straight up.
Be like that.
I think that was mine too. The Mo and Duke situation.
Yeah.
I mean, trivia. You got any trivia school?
Nope.
I got some things.
Go ahead.
So the "You Need Some Batteries" line was ad-libbed by Loretta Devine. The scene was just supposed to end with her walking out and her not knowing that she had it, but she came back in and they kept it in the movie. What else did I have? Will Packer was a producer on the film. I'm not sure if anybody knows. He also played the DJ in the club.
Yeah.
Speaking of the club, if anybody looks off rhythm or off beat when you're watching that scene, it's because the original song was "Walk It Out." So they were dancing to that in real time, but when they did the movie and dubbed it over, it was that Jay-Z "Go Get a Song." So in case they look like they offbeat or anything like that, that's probably the reason.
They were.
R. Kelly keep a song.
Moving on. We talked about David Banner in The Scar. Loretta Devine, already talked about that. I think that might be it. A lot of 6 Degrees of Separation in this film too.
Yeah.
So Top Pfeiffer's first film was Delroy Lindo was in there. You got Idris and Chris Brown were in Taker together. You've got Columbus Short and Chris Brown playing brothers in Stomp the Yard, which came out the same year. Those are really just off the top of my head. There's probably more than that.
Sharon and I can't think of Devin's real name. They played in Dream Girls.
Yeah.
The previous year. And
right,
absolutely
right. Absolutely right. Okay, then.
I knew I recognized him from something. I couldn't put my finger on it. He's in Dream Girls. Yeah.
And Mekhi Phifer is the one that got the ball rolling on this film.
Okay.
He's the executive producer. His first EP role. It sounds like
he's Delroy.
Yep, and Delroy Lindo as well. It sounds like Mekhi's the one that got the script and really started getting people. So he got Delroy, and Loretta and Idris off rip.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it was kind of easy for everybody else to say, "Yeah, I'm down." Because once you got them, like, of course I'm gonna work with them. Regina said that. Like, I saw they were working on it. That was an easy one for me. I didn't care what the script was like.
Right.
And that was a big time cast in 2007, and I think it aged well. Like even now, you still look at what they've done past that, and pretty incredible stuff. So I want to shout everybody out for that. All right, y'all. Too high, too low, just right. Average user rates this movie 6.3 out of 10. School, too high, too low, just right.
Just right.
6.3. Whew. Rachel, what you doing?
Too low. I'm gonna give it an 8 for nostalgia, but otherwise 7.5.
I'm the same with you. The exact same number. It's definitely too low, and I'm going 8. This movie just means it's definitely nostalgia. And like I said, I'll never get tired of it. Same way I'll never get tired of Martin. I watch Martin all the time. I'll never get tired of that. I'll never get tired of this Christmas. No matter how many times I watch it. I loved it. Like I said, the big family aspect, the house as a character. You've heard, if you listen to this pod, you've heard me in school talk about 1480. You've heard us talk about 85. Like those. When you watch this film and you see the family get together and kind of see each other for the first time in a while, like what's also included is all those memories. Like there's a lot of stuff that happened between them walls. Like I think about 85, 85 and all the stuff that happened, 1480, the same stuff I could do again or relive twice. So that just, it brings all that nostalgia back for me. The whole nine. And I would like, would y'all watch like a growing up with feel? Like if they had a TV series that said we're gonna do a prequel, just what it was like growing up in the house of these people. Did y'all watch it? Just out of curiosity?
No.
Yeah.
You wouldn't watch it?
I would.
I would give it a shot because it's a random Black show. So I would press play on it. But am I interested in that? No, don't get any ideas.
Right. If I do, cut me a check. Cut us a check. Straight up.
Right.
Yeah.
But all those memories and all that stuff, like the molding of that, like I fell in love with this movie in a house like 85, 14. You know what I mean? So all of that means something. I'm going 8 on this. I love it. I watch it every Christmas. It'll just never get old. So job well done. Excited about it, man. I'm gonna watch it again before Christmas comes.
I feel you. And I love that my parents' house is home. So when baby said that, like, I like that I could go home to the house that I grew up in. And they've done some renovations, but it's the same house. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels good. So, shout out to the Boulevard.
Shout out to the Boulevard.
Right. Shout out to the Boulevard.
So I think that's all we got for this week.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate y'all as always for tuning in with us.
Yes. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Next week we have a episode. It's going to be another holiday episode. We're all pretty excited about this one. It's a follow-up to an episode we did a year ago, pretty much to the date. Actually, what's today? The 14th? It dropped, if I'm not mistaken, December 14th, 2021.
Okay.
It was Rachel's first podcast appearance.
Hey, first podcast recording ever.
Hey.
First recording ever. And it was our favorite episode, I think, for the most part.
Yeah.
We look forward to talking about that movie with y'all next week. We got a lot of more things coming up for y'all. It's going into the new year. Until then, I don't know if we will. We have another. We'll have one more episode before the holiday. So I wasn't gonna say what I'm gonna say. But anyway, y'all be cool. How y'all be cool?
Peace.
Peace out. And cut. Happy holidays.